All right, welcome to Lessons with Mr. Clark. Today we're doing long division again. I really want you to learn the standard algorithm for this, not just the partial quotients. Partial quotients will not help when we get to some decimals and fractions later on. Well, decimals mainly. So let's learn this thing. Even though I know some of you will always have a calculator in your pocket with phones. Do you know how farmers do their long division? With a calculator. But we're going to do it paper pencil. So here we go. So remember, divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down, bring it on back. Those are our steps. So we're going to do here 8,205 divided by 4. So put the 4 on the outside. The divisor is outside the door. Dividend goes inside, and we're going to find the quotient. So we're going to divide, multiply, and subtract. First, we're going to divide. 4 goes into 8 2 times. Divide. Next, we're going to multiply. 8 times 4 is 8. Then subtract. Then we're going to bring it on down. And then bring it on back. Recycle symbol. Divide. 4 goes into 2. 4 does not go into 2. So we got to put a 0 there. That's very important. Now we still multiply. 4 times 0 is still 0. We still subtract. We still bring it on down. And we still bring it on back. That means we start over. Divide. 4 into 20, 5 times. Multiply. 4 times 5 is 20. And subtract. Bring it on down. Ooh, wow, that's a sloppy 5. Bring it on back. Do it again. 4 goes into 5 one time. Multiply and subtract. Nothing to bring down, so we bring it on back. We just, for now, we're bringing this 1 up here as a remainder. So my answer is 2,051 with a remainder of 1. Okay. Let's look at this a little bit different. Arrange 800 erasers into piles of 3. So we're going to do 800 over 3. We're going to get about 300 as my answer. So we're going to divide, multiply, and subtract. So first we'll divide. 3 goes into 8 2 times. Multiply. 6. Subtract. 2. Bring it down. Bring it back. Divide. 3 goes into 26 times. Multiply. Subtract. Bring it down. Bring it back. Divide. 3 goes into 20 again. We said 6. Multiply. Subtract. Bring it down. Nothing to bring down. We've reached our decimal point. We've reached the end. So for now, we have a remainder of 2. So what are we going to get? We're going to get 266 piles. No, we're not. Oh, yeah. We're going to get 266 piles with 3 erasers in each pile. And we're going to have 2 remaining, 2 left over. What are we going to do with those 2? Who knows? All right, let's do a 2-digit by 4-digit. Okay, and yes, I know there's a small 5 in there. I did that on purpose, so we'd have some zeros in the middle. Divide. 51 does not go into 5. Put a 0 there. We want to do that. It's worth your time. 51 goes into 55 5 times. Subtract. Bring it down. Bring it back. Divide. This is why I did this. 51 does not go into 44. We gotta put a 0 up there. That place value is very important. We still continue. Divide 0. Multiply. It's still 0. Subtract. Bring it down. Bring it back. Divide. 51 into 448. I don't know my 51s. I do know how many times 5 goes into 44, though. 5 goes into 44 8 times. So maybe off to the side I want to do 51 times 8. See how close that gets me. 408. That's pretty close. Let's try 9 just to see if that works. And if you write it off to the side like this, you can use those later on long ones. Yeah, not 459, that's too big, so it's got to be 8. And now when I multiply, hey, I've already multiplied over here. I can just write that down here. With the remainder of 40, so it's 108, remainder 40. I like graph paper a lot, guys. It really lines things up. If you can get your hands on some graph paper. Or take your lined paper, your notebook paper, and turn it sideways. That really works well too, for people that have a little bit of trouble keeping things nice and straight. All right, let's do this one. 5,148 divided by 12. As a fraction, it would be written like this. Okay, so we can look at it, and we know right now the answer should be about maybe 50. How many, if you have $5,000, you divide it by 10 people? No, 500. It's going to be about 500. If my answer is not about 500, I did something wrong. All right, divide. 12 does not go into 5. 12 goes into 51, though. 4 dozen is 48. Multiply. Subtract. Bring it down. Bring it back. Do it again. 12 goes into 34. Well, I can count by 12s. 12, 24, 34, 36. So it works 2 times. Multiply and subtract. Bring it down. Bring it back. 12 into 108. Uh-oh, we better do some guesswork here. I do know the answer, but let's pretend you don't. Let's try some numbers. 12 times 7, maybe? I'd give you 84. Nope, not close enough. Let's try 9. Well, hot diggity. It's exactly 108. That works. So I am not going to have a remainder here. All right, was my answer about 500? Yeah, $429 each. Not too shabby. All right, so that's long division, guys. I really want you to know how to do this. Really work on this algorithm. Divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down, bring it on back. All right, thanks for joining today. Hope you have a great day.